Alright, hey guys, it's TheTrueLasec back for an indie outlook. And I apologize for being away for so long because, to be honest, I actually debated whether to quit, and I did quit for a bit, but a couple of friends actually convinced me to come back, and it looks like I'm back in the game, back in the saddle. So today we're looking at a game called Electric Tortoise, and this is a game inspired by Blade Runner and or iRobot. And I can definitely see the iRobot, but because I haven't seen Blade Runner, so I have read stuff on it. I haven't played it yet, but from what I've read, there's a lot of iRobot stuff. And yeah, but other than that, I've never seen Blade Runner, so I won't get anyone's references. So this is a game by Dylan Rogers, and I've read that this is a story-driven game, kind of. So let's pop right in and see what we can find. So a game by Dylan Rogers with the left-click button to move, or WASD. Okay. I'm gonna just move. Music by Joe Baxter Webb. Electric Tortoise. It's kind of a weird name. Okay, this is John Donovan, N61098. Conviction, manslaughter. What? There you go. We fully moved to the other side of the screen. That was a bit weird. Okay, so I can't move. There's a gun here and a computer for me. This is my desk, most probably, unless you. Mr. Donovan, your file here says you were responsible for the murder of your master, Rick Holden. I apologize for the way I'm reading if it's really atrocious. Just, reading. Assisted suicide. It was assisted suicide. So, this guy's like a faceless thing. Oh, okay, so I gotta choose. Right assisted suicide, murder, both are classified violations of the first law. Like, what's the first law? Like, Asimov's first law? There's a difference. I would not have done it if Mr. Holden hadn't asked me. Why did he ask you to kill him? You understand that the penalty for violating the first law is disconnection. So, I'm assuming that this man is a robot, and the first law, is like you can't harm humans or something like that. So, I kind of like the way it's letting me choose my decisions. It's like, it's not, there's nothing at the bottom of my screen just blocking half the screen. No, it's like to the side a bit where I can look down and like read. It's very nice. Why did he ask you to kill him? So I read, maybe, well, actually, to be honest, I didn't read it. I was reading something, it's like, well, I kind of knew that there was a choice thing, but maybe, depending on what choices I take, the conversation will go on longer. So, Mr. Holden had been very upset recently. He often came home inebriated. His requests became very strange. Like what? Like, maybe if I just said, oh yeah, it's disconnection, and then, maybe he'll die faster and he won't be able to tell me anything. Sometimes random things, like running all the faucets around the house. Other times, they extended to sexual favors. I was not really programmed for such things. Ooh, Mr. Robot. Again, frisky. How often would these favors be asked? At first, not all that often. Once a month. Near the end, however, hourly. But they never brought him any happiness. Eventually, he started to try and kill himself. Why did you eventually help him kill himself? I tried to prevent it. The more I stopped him, the more he resisted me. He became greatly frustrated with my interference. It was rather perplexing. I only did what I was programmed to do. Okay, then when did he ask you to kill him? I am so sorry that you had to experience that. Just get on to the actual murder robot. I don't want to be like that. I'm not cold and calculating like a robot. I have emotions, so I gotta ask him. I gotta find out. I gotta do my job. I'm assuming I handle cases like this. One night, after a long evening of crying and vomiting, the master looked at me and begged me. He said that being alive was the most painful experience to him. He said I was breaking the first law by letting him live. And that's when he killed himself, and that's when you helped him commit suicide, and that's when you killed him. And that's when you killed him. Yes, I let him die. Ooh. The first law stipulates that you also can't injure a human being. However, How did you bypass that? By not helping, I was violating the inaction clause. By helping, I was violating the injure clause. So they both cancel each other out, and I resorted to the second law, to obey Mr. Holden's orders. Right, so your programming made it an acceptable option. See it as you will, detective, but I did my best to serve my master. I would repeat my choice if I had to. If I had the option to. I gotta kill him. We can't have a robot who can do whatever you want. I mean, you technically can't do whatever you want, but he killed a human, man. I won't be cold about it. Understandable, but law's law. I must sentence you to disconnection. I understand. I would prefer to be convicted. What? Why is that? I don't want to be put into the same position again. The confusion, the pain, the hate. I never want to experience it ever again. Then by your request, I will order a disconnection. Well, this guy's not like Sonny and iRobot. He's okay with dying. If I could ask of one favor, detective, what would that be? Could you please shoot me instead of being disconnected? I guess that's why I have a gun here. That is in violation of so many different protocols. Kinda looks like a laser pistol, to be honest, like a laser revolver. I understand, detective, but I need this. I don't want to think about Mr. Holden anymore. The faster I reboot myself from this memory, the better. There are no laws to incriminate you for killing me. And here's my choice. Dude, I gotta follow the law. I won't shoot him. I suppose you won't even do that. I do wonder, detective, when I am gone, I wonder if I'll get to dream. What? It's like he thinks he's human. What? Was that it? Was that electric tortoise? That was electric tortoise. Yes, that is the end. And that is the end of our story of Mr. Donovan and Detective and Mr. Holden, and how he killed Mr. Holden and how he violated the first law. So, Robot Uprising, man. Y2K. Like, Illuminati. So, yeah, I guess I'll end it there. There's not really much. This is a pretty short game, but it was a nice game. Imagine a whole game like that. I read something like, oh yeah, we need the whole game, something like that. And this is awesome. I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it though. So yeah, I mean, like, you could try it if you want. If you watch the whole video, which kudos to you, you already know what's gonna happen. You could play and make your own decisions if you want. So yeah, maybe you should do that. But I think I'm gonna end it here. Stuff to get onto. I'm sorry that I was gone for so long if you actually wanted to watch my stuff, because I came back to Game Jolt, and you can talk to me there again, you know, I'm back there now, and some people are like, oh my god, Lasec, it's pronounced Lasec, by the way, the true Lasec. Lasec, you're back, do you remember me? And I'm like, yeah man, I remember all of you. So, I did lose subscribers, and that's fine. I was gone for a little while, I kind of expected that, but I'm back, and I'm gonna get more, and I love you all. So, I hope you enjoy my videos. If you did put on a like and maybe put on some positive feedback. If you didn't, tell me what I could do better, what I did wrong, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, thanks for watching, BBs, and I will see you guys next time.